Check. 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 There we go. Check. Check. There we go. Check. Check. Host audio. Room audio coming up. Check, check, audio balance. Hosting, check, check. With music inbound.
Five-minute warning. This is your 5 FIVE minute thank you warning. Jackson really validated at that moment. Thank you.
Renegade, praise from the trenches. The border bullet and back, you know me in this. Underground worldwide, get to up with business. Love the movement, love the privilege. Down from the goddess, audio science. Time it up the mouth with a different brush. From the Jews to the Taurus, into us. In any which way we glorious. International networks, and tours and dollars. Each time we touch me, bring those bodies. I hold up more for your hard earned spondoons. It's your duty, do it by duty. Stacking them up, racking them out with more pep. For your step, more food for your power. Nice people, nice people to do the nice things. Nice up the body function and more. Nice up the body function and more. Nice up the body function and more. Nice up the body function and more.
Oh. I get. They're wireless. I don't know. Those are like
Alrighty, hello everybody. This is Greg, your live stream host. We're gonna get rolling in just a little bit here. You're looking at Katie and Lizzie. I forgot her name. I did her yesterday, but they're gonna be your hosts for this evening. She'll introduce herself better than I ever will. In just a moment.
Good evening, louder
Here we
than
go.
Bob. Thank you. That wild applause is really good for my self-esteem. Good evening and welcome to Louder Than Bob Great Plains. Lots of applause. My name. What did you just say to me? It's cool.
Yeah.
It was cool. That was good. That was great. My name is Katie F.S.
I am Madeline Lears.
And we are going to be your hosts for
Matt.
the evening.
Her name is Maddie. I'm sorry, Maddie.
Oh,
For giving your name.
I do. Okay.
All right.
Okay, I've got some important things right now.
Okay.
Slam poetry was invented in the 1980s by a Chicago poet and construction worker named Mark Smith.
So what?
In 2001, Louder Than Bob was created in Chicago by Kevin Cobal and Anna West.
So what?
And now we have Louder Than a Bob Great Plains, which is in its 4th year and has worked with 35 teams from across Nebraska and Iowa.
That's what. So what? So here's what's going to happen. 3 teams. Omaha North. Okay, all right. Ralston and Gretna have assembled between 4 and 10 young poets. These teams will each send up 5 poems in a predetermined order that I just read to you. Each poem will be original work, will last no more than 3 minutes and 10 seconds. We start docking points after that, but you don't have to worry about the math. We will worry about the math. And will not feature any props, costumes, or accompaniment from anyone other than competing poets. The 5th and final rounds will feature a 4-person group piece from each team that is able to field one.
Okay, more serious stuff right now. In the interest of creating the safest and most inclusive space possible, we ask that poems not contain profanity, sexual explicitity, or pornographic language, gratuitous violence, racial, ethnic, gender slandering, homophobic, religiously discriminatory, ableist, or otherwise discriminatory slurs of speech or language. That said, some of our poets may issue trigger warnings if their poems contain potentially traumatic content, so that is a requirement.
Each poem will be scored by 5 judges. Judges, could you raise your scorecards to give us an idea of where you are in the room? Poets? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6? I don't do math very often. Yet, this seems to be an issue. We'll just like throw out whichever score we feel like. Are you? 10, all the calculators in the room.
Somebody take away a driver.
So, one of you judges. Oh. Okay, so judges, real judges. You're not a fake judge. You're just like overly involved. So, judges, please raise your scorecards again.
Okay.
Take a look at all these judges. Let's applaud for these judges because they may be the last time you watched them all night long.
And also, judges, write them a little big. Write them a little big. Get the numbers really thick because I can't see anything.
So, judges, each poem will be scored by 5 judges on a scale from 0.0, which is the worst poem even possible, okay, to 10.0, which is more common in LTAB, but let's think of the 10.0 as like the perfect poem. Like you are levitating, you end up levitating home, and in the morning you have to get a ride back to your car. Like that's what a 10.0 is. We'll drop that high score and the low score, and then we'll add the 3 middle scores together, so the highest score that any one poem can earn is a 30. Yeah, you know this. I know you know this, but I still have to go through it. You know what I mean? Not everybody knows this. Okay, at the end of the bout, we add a team scores together, and whoever has the highest number wins the bout. Judges, keep your scores consistent. Do not let the audience sway you. It's kind of a joke. You'll score the poem based on the merits of the poem, not based on how many people are on the stage or how the audience reacts to your scores.
And audience, your job is to give as much love to poets as you can and sway those judges!
Yeah, look at all this swaying that's happening. Yes, okay, good. So, before we start this bout, first, do you have a pocket computer in your pocket? I bet you have a pocket.
Yes,
You have a pocket calculator in your pocket. I saw it. So, if you have a pocket computer in your pocket and you think you have turned your pocket computer off, take that pocket computer out of your pocket. Double check that it's not about to make any noise, including vibrating, because we can hear your phone vibrate. Every phone that has ever gone off during a poetry round, the person who owns that phone thinks that phone is off. So let's just have this moment to like all triple check our phones and put our pocket computers back in our pockets where they can stay warm and toasty. All right, so are you ready to slam? Are you ready to slam? Wow, you're all like trying to convince me, but actually we are not ready to slam because we have not calibrated our palettes, cleansed our palettes. But yeah, wow, some people call this a sacrificial poet because blood is spilled on the stage. However, we at LTAB are a little bit kinder than that, a little bit less bloodthirsty, a little bit. So we call this our calibration poet. We are going to bring up the calibration poet so that our judges have a chance to practice and so that our poets have a chance to have a warm and a welcoming stage to perform on. Yabba blah 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 blah. Start clapping! Start clapping! And welcome to the stage our calibration poet! Here we go.
All right, what's going on? My name is Brenna. I guess I'm the only sacrifice poet today. But I know most of you guys didn't have a choice in the matter, but it really means a lot that I'm here and that you're welcoming me. And I don't know, it means a lot to be back here. I did LTAB in Chicago, so it's nice to be back. I love the love, you know? Okay, so this one's called Tokens. Where were you when we played your old harmonicas in a basement filled with a thick exhale from all of us? We sat on an oriental rug with the reds and blacks and blues that wasn't soft, but we sat on anyway. We liked it. Focus was to be narrowed on nothing but the feeling of happiness when the guitar played and the speaker spoke a voice we all understood, and the bass was in sync with our fast-pacing hearts, and our grins almost touched our ears. when we kissed, but our heads kept spinning and our brains inside were the colors of the magic school bus taking a detour inside the Beatles' 1966 film, The Yellow Submarine, and the clouds kept exploding. Sprawled on a dying hill in the ice cold to keep you from your body shaking, but we ended up shaking because we were in the ice cold, and I laughed. When Holden was dancing with the girl, not because he liked her, but because she could spin and dance and move unlike the other girls. And they all sat at a table covered in what was once sweet glasses of Shirley Temples, now melting ice in empty cups. They were the worst to talk to, but ooh, could that one dance? And he said girls were funny like that. And I laughed. And I too wanted to spin my skirt so waves of pink could float around my sunless knees. When we sang the words that we knew so well, because it would remind us of a time that we were carefree, when we were young, when music was the only thing that made sense. And we sang those words that we'd never forget, because we'd remember how our hands moved nervously as we kissed and sat and listened and danced and spun, and our grins touched our ears.
All right, that was Brenna.
That is our first poet of the
Calibrating
night.
the event tonight. So she's going to get scored. Her scores won't count in the competition. They're just kind of here. So
That we are on the internet
this is true.
right now. Internet famous. Say hi, internet. Hi, internet. All right, so if you have friends who are not here, and then you might want to text them or tweet them or Facebook them or Tumblr them or whatever it is these kids are doing these days on the internet, the link to the live stream. Are you ready for it? Okay, you're being very patient and like kind and like listening. So youtube.com/LTabOmaha. What? youtube.com/LTABOmaha. What? youtube.com/LTABOMAHA. You guys are so good at like picking up my visual cues. All right, judges, was that enough time? You're never gonna get this much time again, but I believe in you. Are you ready for it? Count of three. Count down from three. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Numbers up. All right, so from right to left. I have a 9.9, a 9.5, a 9.5, an 8.8, and a 7.8 for that calibration poet. Woo! We applaud the poetry here. All right, are you ready to slam? Are you ready to slam? Then welcome up our first competing poet of the bout from Omaha North. I'll just keep dancing until you get up here. I can dance all night. Woo! We're gonna clap until he's all the way up here.
Wait, so how does this go exactly? My name is Tavid Glass. I am a sophomore at Omaha North High School. And my poem is called Ain't. I never understood my teachers. They tried to teach me every word in the dictionary, but whenever I said ain't, they tell me that ain't a word. First of all, if ain't a word, how can we use it in our everyday lives? And second, ain't is a word. It means am not, are not, and is not, such as I ain't as dumb as you think I am, or it ain't slavery, it's free labor, or you ain't really trying to think that I am interested in some old white man who was put 6 feet under years ago when you ain't even teaching me about my own heritage. The reason why so many say that ain't a word is because it has been used by so many unintelligent Black people for so many years. They kill us, they torture us, and then they hide it so nobody finds out about it later. That's why they don't teach us about Ed Johnson, an innocent man who was lynched for allegedly raping a white woman. or the fact that we invented so many things, but they take all the credit. Like, let's see, we invented stoplight, open heart surgery, washer, dryer, peanut butter, light bulb, and so many other things, but we're still good for nothing to the racist government who is doing exactly what the racists from the past want them to do, which is take credit for everything and erase other racist history. But they're the ones who created all of the world's problems, such as nuclear weapons, guns, HIV, and slavery. Oh yeah, and they were the ones who wiped out 2/3 of the world with the Black Plague. But they claim all of our ideas and do their best to make us seem stupid. Listen here, I ain't stupid. I am not here to be pushed around by any pushovers like you. You ain't the player, and I ain't the game. We ain't different, we are the same. This world ain't meant to be perfect, so it ain't really bad when I'm not perfect in your eyes. Ain't I of your kind? Ain't I human too? See, you were not aware of the pain and suffering that the world has brought upon me, but you also ain't aware that the same thing can happen to you anytime, anywhere. And you may laugh at me when I trip and fall from being off balance, but you ain't gonna laugh when you fall flat on your face. There ain't any sunshine when it's on, and you thinking I ain't worthy of anything, just take away my sunshine, and it ain't coming back. So if you think I am your puppet to control and fill with false wisdom, think again, because in reality, I ain't.
All right. That was Omaha North opening our bout with a very strong showing. Nice, energetic, driven piece of writing. Great to see. Let's see how the judges react after their warm-up poet.
Poet from North. All right, judges, you have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put them up, put them up, put them up. All right, I see 7.9, 9.2, 8.7, 8.5, and 7. Woo! Keep it going. We got a poet from Ralston.
Alrighty, so that's a 25.1 for North to open the bout. And here comes a poet from Ralston.
Hi, my name is Angelica. I am a senior from Ralston High School. Thanks, guys. Yeah. My poem is called Metamorphosis. The world does not create you. Finding yourself through 7 billion people is impossible. You'll end up tearing yourself apart. Yet so many of us will scratch our way through the rubble to find pieces of us that would make us whole. But have you ever thought that those pieces were just shards of mirror? That all you ever needed is yourself, though it's not permanent. Just like the waves being pulled by the phases of the moon, we change. I've been to 11 different schools. Change has forever been in my mouth. They taste sour like lemon water. All new faces pass by in seconds, and I don't even have a chance to say my name. The houses I've lived in seem like new ones each week. Toys being packed away as fast as tape, wasted eviction. What a big word for a little girl to know. I closed my eyes in hopes this bus would stop, in hopes times would stop. Growing up, we experienced change, forming curves like curses. Were they curses? Change sounds like some lady explaining to us how a woman's bodies work. I didn't understand then. I didn't understand when she explained to us. I didn't understand when I couldn't leave the house because of my feminine genes. I was prone to pregnancy. Change is what I saw when my mom bought me my first bra. When I first noticed the stress, I was scared to face this change. Just like the countless new houses I've lived in, I had to get used to all the new light switches. Trying to put together a new body, only leaving out the most important parts to my figure, strength. I remember being in that classroom while she explained to us that we were going to bleed for a week straight. I didn't understand when they warned us about being pregnant and that a woman's hormones are hard to control. Hard to control. Are they hard to control? Going into a new body is like moving into a new home. New open doors, a new world through new eyes. Just like the new doorknobs on the cabinets, I had to get used to all the catcalls now that I got feminine hips. As a kid hearing about periods, I didn't think I'd grow up being a testing statistic in a society where 1 in 4 women could possibly get raped. No, it is not a curse. No, your looks are not an observation. I'm not a science experiment. No, my hormones are not hard to control. I've been in a relationship for more than 2 years and I'm still a virgin. Now try to tell me that my hormones are hard to control. Maybe control your children. Show all that all are not entitled to sex. I didn't think when I heard that this was a man's world, or fighting like a girl would put me in a place where I cannot defend for myself while I'll be taking martial arts classes. Change is what I needed to understand why self-confidence was so important. Why change is what I want so I could look pretty without somebody trying to hook up with me. The word pretty does not mean trying to sleep with every guy or girl in the school. You don't need sex to make somebody dream about you. Make them dream about the way you are strong, the way you are you. I'm waiting for this change, so I'll be needing to look over my shoulder when I walk out my front door.
All right, that was our first poet from Ralston.
That poem is from Ralston!
Great writing on that.
Judges. Maddie gives you a little bit more time. I'm not. 3, 2, 1. Hold them up. All right. From right to left, I've got an 8.4, a 9.0, an 8.9, a 9.0, and a 7.8 for that poem. And we applaud the poet here. Yeah! Keep applauding. Keep making noise and bring up our first poet from Gretna.
All righty, so that's a 26.3 to open up the bout for Ralston. And Gretna is up with their first poet now.
Hi, I'm Brianna from Gretna.
We hear you.
And this is Armor. I hurriedly shut off my alarm clock. You see, I'd like to think that when people get up in the morning, they have time to pick which blouse goes best with that skirt and waffle between silver or gold jewelry. But not me, no. Because I know that it takes 20 minutes to put on my armor. Goes on over my normal clothes, chainmail tunic and leggings, greaves, cuisse, gauntlets, gorget, faded iron breastplate. And I don't even bother to look in the mirror before tucking my hair underneath my helmet and equipping my shield. I know how battle-worn and ugly this armor is. The first battle occurs when I think, she looks super pretty today, I should say something. But I don't get the chance because I just barely managed to pull up my tower shield in time to block the knife cuts. I don't look pretty no matter what I wear. But what good is a shield against the blades of my own thoughts? Still, throughout the rest of the day, I am cowering behind it, trying to mitigate the pain. It's like this every day. Some days I manage to survive, others my armor is in tatters. Last week my durability dropped to 2% and I thought I wasn't going to make it. I thought my armor would break and me with it, but I managed to keep it together until I could go to my blacksmith friend for repairs because I'm vulnerable without it and I don't feel safe anymore without a 50-pound weight on my chest. Another day, another sword thrust. You can't write. It's just more junk that'll never get finished. This time, it's too fast, too true for me to dodge or block, and I take 400 damage. If anyone looked my way right now, they'd see me crying in my ruined armor because I've only got 100 hit points left. I don't know if that'll be enough to go home, cry myself to sleep, and regain 200 hit points for tomorrow. I'm caught in this cycle. I begin to mimic the attacks out loud to my friends. Yeah, I'm no good at that. In attempts to stop them before they start, but it only hurts worse. Don't say that about yourself, my best friend exclaims. For the first time, it gets past my defenses. She forges me a sword, and I learn how to fight back. I still take damage, but my durability no longer drops to critical. When I go to bed at night, 200 hit points is a full recovery. And I'm not afraid to go anymore. I shut off my alarm clock, slip into my armor, knowing one day I'll be able to trade chainmail for leather, because then my enemy won't be able to hurt me as much. But until then, I spend week after week battling depression and doubt, leveling up my self-confidence in hopes that I will have time to pick which blouse goes best with that cute skirt. And I'll know that no matter what I wear, I will be beautiful. And I won't be afraid to look in the mirror when I leave.
All righty, that was our first poet from Gretna in the competition. Opening up things, really a driven personal writing on issues that these poets face in day-to-day life.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put them up.
come the scores.
Okay, I have an 8, a 9.3, a 9.2, a 9.1, and a 9.8. All right, give it up, keep it going. Second poet from Ralston. Woo-hoo!
Hi, my name is Jillian Diamond, and I'm a junior from Ralston High School. My poem is called Poor Little Boy. Monitors beeping, lights shining in his eyes. He wakes up to find himself in something that feels different, foreign, odd. He looks down. He realizes he is no longer in his band t-shirt or his jeans. He's now wearing blue fabric that resembles a gown. As he looks around, nothing seems familiar to him. Finally, reality kicks in. He knows he is trapped inside. Memories flash through his head. Screams, arguments, and even whimpers linger inside. Scars that are deep and still bleeding remain on his face. Slowly but surely, it starts to come back. The pain reappears. He can finally feel the reasons of his imprisonment. Does he even remember that night? Does he even remember why he did it? I remember what story was told to me as an explanation why. It was simply a mirror. This piece of reflecting glass showed the little boy something awful, himself. He didn't like what he could see. As he would look forward, a smiling demon would wave straight back at him. He hated this. Why did it even exist? He knows he had to get rid of it permanently. But what does one do when they don't like the image they're staring at? They change it, edit it. Unfortunately, the edits he tried to make ended up putting him in his new home, temporary hopefully, but at least I hope he gets better. This poor boy is left to explore his mind. Does he even want to know what's jailed inside? What if he doesn't want to know the things he locked away? What will he find if he dives further into the nightmare? What commotion, visualizations, reminders will he uncover? This isn't his first rodeo falling down that rabbit hole, but how much longer will he have to endure it? What a sad day it is. A small boy, powerless and left on his own. His past is treacherous and he can barely even remember. It's probably better that way, but I prayed every day that he was going to be okay. He drove himself away from all things surrounding him. He felt that leaving altogether was the best option from his list of ideas. No, sweet boy, it never is. I know I may not understand, but I want to. Lots of people want to. But then there's the fear of opening your fragile heart and mind up to people you might not even trust or know. Poor little boy, I know you're ill. We can all notice your sorry little soul. That doesn't mean you have to suffer, little boy. I know I may not know you that well, but from what I have gathered, you're quiet and outgoing, you're insane and normal. Basically, you are everything and its opposite in one humanoid, and that's okay. We all love you for it. We will always love you for it. So please, please don't leave this earth, little boy. What are we to do without an interesting little boy like you dangling around? This place is absolutely mind-numbing without you inside it. The class we raised our family in is now silent like a cemetery. Every day we would all wait. Wait for you to open those gray doors and waltz right in. Wait for you to twist and bend and even pop yourself out of place, or even wait for you to crack a joke or a demon chicken cluck that would send us all laughing. Every day we still continue to wait. I get asked the same thing every day. How is he? Is he ever coming home? What's the update? Can we just put his chair away already? It's questions like this and more that leave me disheartened and in tears. So please don't go. We'd all miss you. They would miss you. He would miss you. She would miss you. And yes, even I would miss you. Don't believe me? Just ask around. Please don't leave. I'm begging you. How else am I going to learn the difference from G sharp to G flat? Who else is going to dislocate themselves to make me happy? Who else is going to awkwardly hold me and threaten the reasons of my pain? Who else is going to be our section's human-like cat? Why would I miss you? Because, my little trumpet cat, the class and the experience would never be the same without you. I can assure you that it's already different, and not on a positive note either. Please, little boy, don't depart. Your trumpet family misses you. Please come home, little boy, please.
That poet is from Ralston. All right, judges. Yes, more clapping, just in general. We
And Gretna scored a 27-3 in their last. Congratulations on that. Was the last point of the first round. So we're in round 2 now.
Hold up your numbers. All right to left, I've got an 8.2, an 8.9,
Come on.
an 8.6, an 8.8, and a 7.0, and we applaud the poet here. Keep applauding, keep making noise, and welcome up the next poet from Gretna.
All right. So that's a 25.6 for Ralston to open round 2. Here we have a poet from Gretna.
Hi, my name is Judson Curtis, and I'm from Gretna.
We hear you.
And my poem is called Dragon Ball Aspie. Ever since I was a little boy, I would always become someone other than who I really was. I could be, I don't know, some character from Dragon Ball Z. And whenever the teacher at school would ask me my name, I would simply say, I am a Saiyan from Earth. Astounded by my magnificent Dragon Ball Z 7th grade yet still in second vocabulary, still sent to the office. And thought that I was insane. And for all we know, I could be insane. I mean, I did just take a test today that said I was. But in this world, you will not survive unless you are insane. And I am, and I will survive. Even though this world cannot stand my Dragon Ball Z quoting, hobbit-footed, arsenic-laced, frantic-paced awesomeness, they cannot, and they will not lock me up. And God, I hate it when they try to lock me up, but they won't be able to keep me locked up forever. But eventually, the sanity police will try to lock me up. And then, when that happens, I will break the bars with my Saiyan strength. And I will destroy the carnival that has held my ugly life for all of its entirety. I am not an animal. I am not an elephant. I am a man. And if you think for a second, just a second, that I am otherwise, the world that hates me so much because I am insane, you are more insane than I am. I am not insane, even if I do have Asperger's syndrome.
Second poem from Gretna. Been in the competition
All right.
since early days. Nice to have them back again.
All right. Wow. Judges, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put them up, put them up. Can you write your sticker? I cannot read that. 1 minute. Thank you. Okay, I have 7.8, 8.8, 8.9, 8.9, and 9.8. Give it up for the poet. All right, let's keep it going. We have a quote from Omaha North.
That's a 26.4 for Gretna.
Oh, okay. There we go. My name is Dennis Manitenga. I'm a freshman at North High. And my piece is called Photoshop. A photo was taken on Sunday of 2009. In that photo, there was a young boy. He sat in a chair, combed hair, with his big dark brown eyes, and a dark skin due to the extreme radiation that struck his body while cultivating a plantation with his grandfather. In that photo, he was wearing his Gretna shirt that grandma made him. Also, he was wearing some church pants and rocking those New Balance sneakers. Uncle would often tease him, telling him those were the brand new JCPenney J's. But Mama loved that picture. Mama loved the boy in that picture. She said she saw a young African king in his prime with a handsome smile. But little did Mama know that smile was fake, forced to put on his face, and those rectangular shirts, well, he hated wearing those. So every night he would murmur prayers under his breath, but his mouth would scream out, "Dear God, don't let Mama make me wear this ever again. All I want to do is rock those brand new Adidas and that Nike fit because I want to embrace this beautiful culture, lose myself in and hoping that I would get acceptance and approval from my friends at school and those girls at the playground. All I want to do is just fit in." And the funny thing is, that boy is still trying because he has concealed his true color and added layers of colors that only reveal what he wants to be. He snaps another photo that only reveals what he wants to be. He is standing in front of a green background, pants sagged, Air Jordans on his feet, and aiming a pellet gun towards the camera. Without computer finding generates the picture, he says it looks spectacular because he is standing in front of foreign cars with text fonts that read, "I'm always packing, so I keep it on me because I'm never lacking." I guess it was all Photoshop. So he takes another picture. He puts on his best smile. He doesn't get a haircut, he wants the whole world to see it. So the 8-megapixel camera with standard dynamic settings goes click, click, and click. He looked at the picture and dang, is this how I look? I look ugly and burnt. So he adjusted the brightness on our phone screen, but he's staying satisfied because he can still see his face feel acne. Oh my gosh, really? So I guess his looks got him insecure. I guess that 1.44 megabyte JPEG got him insecure. He fixed the colors, retouched the image while trying to preserve the whole concept of it. So he looks at it, he deletes it. So much for no haircut.
That poet is from North! All right, judges, 3, 2, 1, hold up your scores, please. All right, from left to right, I have an 8.2, a 9.2, a 9.3, a 9.1, and a 9.8. And we applaud that poet here. Keep applauding, keep making noise, and welcome up to the stage.
It's a 27.6 for Omaha North. I will drop a full scoring recap into the chat, but we don't really care about the scores. We care about how that was an amazing poem. He's an amazing student for sharing it. Here's Gretna.
I'm Michaela. Hi, everyone. I'm a senior at Gretna.
We hear you.
All right. And this one's for my sisters. I wake up to the sound of the fifth practicing her numbers. 5, 4, 3, 2. 5, 4, 3, 2. What fun. I don't think it's coincidence that she's forgotten one. At breakfast, I hear the fourth. She tiptoes around others' feelings, hiding away her own. I hear her vertebrae crick crack because she's always bending over backwards for others. Golden child, we called her. Like it was an insult. Like it was her fault. Her heart didn't beat for her one girl, but for me and the rest of this godforsaken world. Later, I hear the third. I hear her bandaging her pride, hiding it from the prying eyes of those whose words wound her. I hear them as echoes, rattling around her bones, and coming to rest behind her eyes, pushing their way forward, she begins to cry. She's always been first to feel, first to live, first to succumb to this world we live in. Lastly, it's late. I hear the second sidle down the hall, slip slowly into the restroom, and shut the door behind. Click goes the lock. I hear next the dull thud of the shower door releasing, the scrape and rattle of the plastic razor speaking to her pain. No, it's not true, not again. She told me she was better. I promised her I'd never let her go this way again. Maybe she's just washing her face, rinsing off her mask and the world's distaste and whatever she felt like hiding with makeup that day. I hear next the swish of water into the sink, washing away what I always think is blood, even though she told me it was just one time. She's just washing her face. Lastly, it's late. I breathe in the silence of this old house, all the things that we don't talk about, and listen. I can hear the first. The first is caught between worrying about the others and focusing on herself. She has trouble with things that don't come from a bookshelf. Real life is a mystery novel to her. And we're all just characters in her self-centered story. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry I left you for normal. I'm sorry I played pretend as everything comes to an end. Pretending nothing has happened is this family's forte. But look at you, you four. You aren't little anymore. When we were small, I should have stood tall. When the world makes you fall, I would carry you. Because that's what big sisters do. They help you. They help you worry about mommies and dollies and boo-boos, help you learn to tie your shoes. But in the last 4 years, I hear the first slipping away. So I'm sorry. But I think you wound up raising me, which it turns out is exactly how it was meant to be. It was you who carried me through my darkest dreams and made the good ones come true. Now it's time for me to act my age and start carrying you. 5, 4, 3, 2, R1.
All right. Creative, innovative writing from Gretna in that piece. Personal, but also very clever. Nice stuff. Let's see how the judges react to it, shall we? We shall.
All right, give it up for that poem from Gretna. Woo! Okay, judges. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put them up, put them up. Like that with the board. That's perfect. Okay, from, what is this, left to right, I have an 8.6, a 9.4, a 9.5, a 9.2, and a 9.5. Get up for the poet. Keep it going, to the poet from Omaha North.
All right, that is a 28.1. Great. Here comes another poet from Omaha North.
Hello, my name is Trinity Wallace. I'm a 10th grader at Omaha North. Yeah. My poem is called I Love You. I love you, you love me. Then what seems to be the problem here? You beat me down for days to the point that I cannot speak words because I cannot feel my mouth. You break me down. You make me bleed through my eyes, and then you say, I love you. You rip my skin to the point that it's white, and then you say, I love you. I didn't mean to. I forgive you. My heart throbs with pain, but then you don't seem to notice. I'm starting to think that you really don't love me. My heart tells me it'll be all right, he'll change, but it turned out to be a lie. Maybe I'm just boobs and butt to you, but my heart is still in love with you. Or maybe it's just fear of trembling up my spine, fearing the next day. My mind is telling me to move, but I cannot. I cannot move away from this hellhole I lure here, alone, not making a sound. I try to push you away, but you just come back like a boomerang. Can't you see this love was never here? And when I didn't want to give it to you, everything changed. What happened to our 20 years of marriage? Did that mean anything to you? Or was it just a walking burden, a regret? Well, let me tell you a little bit about love, what love really is, because sweetheart, it's very clear to me that you don't know what it is. Love is not when you try to strike your lover down with a belt every night. Love is like a rose. It's bright and beautiful, just how I thought it was to you. I look at you and you touch my cheek. I look into your eyes. I feel the love again. You kiss me and then hug me and tell me you'll be all right. I listen to you. At all people, you. Why am I such a fool to believe that things would change? Because of my heart. My heart tells me it'll be all right. Okay. My heart pumps faster and faster trying to save my life. I can feel my blood boiling underneath my skin. I look over the edge. I can't do it, but I must. I must do what's right for me. My heart will remain here trapped in this bed. My heart will remain here trapped in this bed, but my mind is free. No matter how much I wanted things to change, you wouldn't have. I love you, you love me, but it seemed like you didn't mean anything to you. After all I was to you was money, so I let go.
right, that was a poet from Omaha North.
North High School.
Great writing on that one. Like that a lot. Let's see how it comes back.
3, 2, 1. Hold on your scores. All right, from left to right, I've got a 7.8, a 9.7, a 9.4, a 9.1, and a 9.3. And we applaud the poets here. Excellent. Clap, clap, clap. Clap, clap, clap. And welcome back to the stage, the poet from Ralston.
So that's a 28.4 for Omaha North in that poem. Giving them the highest score of the bout so far, but I mean, scores. Who cares about scores? This is Ralston.
Hi, I'm Emily Manhart. I'm from Ralston High School. Yeah, I'm a junior. And this is White Girl. They put the idea that we're all equal in our heads while we are programmed to abide by these rules and judgments. Well, we are just mere seedlings, being poisoned by the ones around us. 3 unjustified rules when I was taught when I was young. Space is a key component to this one. If you're near one of them, make sure to keep away. And if not, all your mama's kisses were for nothing. 2nd, for whatever Lord you pray to above or not, do not make eye contact. Keep a straight face and keep walking. Or one wrong move and... Lastly, all windows must be up and doors must be locked, or the car may just mysteriously vanish because you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. So I'm a white girl. False. I've got German and Irish running through my veins. And because of my European history and my so-called white skin, I have the easy life. No worries. Being taught that these things are only stories and it's all right to say those kinds of things because it doesn't happen in the real world, which is a disgusting lie drilled into our brains when we are young, brainwashing us lies of how different they are, how they steal our jobs, our possessions, what we deserve, just because I was born in America with my pale white skin and my long blonde hair. But really, we're all different. The natives were the only ones who could ever really contest that we were the true imposters. Well, we silenced almost half of them. We silenced them with imprisonment and slaughter, almost half of them, brushing them off to a side of land and forgetting them. Do we even understand what we are saying every time we say the pledge? Justice for all echoes in my ears. What is justice? Is it the many years of enslaving people and talking down to them, making them feel less than a human being because they showed up in these big old states a few years too late? I will not stand up here and be a hypocrite. I've made my mistakes and discriminated groups I didn't quite understand yet. But I am furthering my knowledge and trying to support because this isn't my fight, but I will be there to help. We are not the only ones with hardships, and you can't ignore the people trying to change the mindset that we're forced into. Well, we are turning our young ones into little monsters. You are not born with ignorance. It is something that is learned. Well, knowing that our skin color is not something that should define who we are. So I may be white, German, Irish, whatever you want to describe me as. But I'll leave you with this. Does that really change? That doesn't make me any different from anyone else. So I'll leave you with this. So why do we keep saying that we are?
From Ralston to close round 3 of our best tonight.
All right, give it up for the poet from Ralston. All right, judges.
Scores.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put them up. Okay, from left to right, I have an 8.6. A 9.0, an 8.8, a 9.3, and a 7.8. All right, give it up. Woo! All right, we have round 4 coming up next. We have a small change. There will not be a poet from Ralston, so it will go North and Gretna. All right, so give it up for a poet from North. Woo!
So 27.1 for Ralston right there. And now Omaha North is up to start round 4.
Hello. I'm Deja Marie Johnson, but everyone calls me DJ. I'm a freshman at North. And I don't have a poem for my poem, so I don't have a title for my poem. So you didn't give her a chance to decide if she should fall or if she should survive. She told you to stay away, but you didn't. You kept on following her until she had no more will to fight. You came back into her life, taking everything that she cherished and loved. And now she lays in her tomb in the heavens with the Lord from above. How could you come back? She was almost there. She was almost there. Her life was almost on track. But you didn't care. You just did it. You just kept on herding her around like she was your slave. Now because of you, she lays in her grave. Beneath my feet, she lays beneath me. Buried underground, name printed on a solid stone. Body aching, skin decaying, maggots beneath, taking every last of her soul with them. How could you kill her? How could you let her go down like this? How come you couldn't just listen to her? How come you couldn't just leave her alone? How come? But now, because of you, she's now dead.
All right, that was DJ from North closing up their individual poetry rounds.
That is a poet from North. Woo! All right, judges. 3, 2, 1. Hold up your scores. From right to left, I have a 7.8, a 9.0, an 8.7, an 8.8, and an 8.0. And we applaud the poet here. All right, give it up then for your last poet in the 4th round from Gretna.
Yeah, that's a 26.5 for the poet from North.
Hello there. I'm Becca. And I'm Jenna. And we are seniors from Gretna High School. We hear you. And our piece is called Other Girls.
Welcome to the world of young adult lit, a population of 2.
Girl A, the protagonist, hopelessly in love with a boy.
Girl B, the antagonist, the one who knows how to get the boy, who wears lipstick and leggings and luxury drips from her every word.
She's perfect.
Probably beautiful, probably skinny.
Probably average in all other aspects.
I am the other girl.
And then there's me, the new girl, the underdog, the one who's above everything the other girl stands for.
No makeup, no hairstyle.
I sit in the corner and read and dream and hope that someday I won't be invisible.
But maybe if you make an effort, people would notice you more.
And I deserve that boy because, of course,
he's not a person, he's a prize.
Much as I want and wish and whine,
he'll always come back to me.
It becomes less about the boy and more about the other girl.
This is what the author wants. The author pits girl against girl.
The author slut shames.
The author makes us pick a side and it works. This is the rise of the nerd girl.
Fear it.
And unlike the pages of young adult lit, it's anything but fictional.
Because the most contagious words are ideas. They grow straight out of the pages into real life.
This is young adult misogyny.
Building some girls up by tearing others down.
Forcing competition and compliance with society's conditions for female excellence. Telling girls they're not good enough until they break the mold.
Telling girls they're not strong enough if they like the things
that make them happy. So we give in. We mock Ugg boots and scarves.
And coach bags and boy bands.
And florals and leggings and Starbucks like the mainstream is a disease.
Like liking is wrong unless
you like the right things. Just once, I want the villain of the story to be not like other girls.
Watches Doctor Who and drinks tea.
Unlike other girls.
Listens to indie music.
Unlike other girls.
Wears cardigans, writes poetry.
Unlike other girls.
Other girls may wear pink, but this girl wears black.
And has a hand-me-down car.
And isn't classically beautiful, but there's just something about her that makes her different from
all these other girls. Give me a villain that's real. Give me a villain who's so self-assured in her insecurity that she'll never see the opposition coming.
Give me the rise of an every girl.
An every girl who is comfortable in her own skin, who likes what she likes.
And doesn't feel like she has to change who she is
to feel like she'd fit in with a young adult novel. Give us a champion of the middle ground. Not a cheerleader.
Not a loser.
Just a person. Because I'm sick and tired of telling girls that they have to hate each other.
So if, like us, you're waiting for a girl who is like other girls,
don't hold your breath. Because unless someone steps forward to be the author who's not like other authors,
I have a feeling we'll be waiting
for a very long time.
All right, that was Gretna using their optional group piece in the first 4 rounds. Really enjoyable writing. Really fun and clever, but also challenging. Nice work.
5, 4,
Here come the scores.
2, 1. Put 'em up, put 'em up. Oh, that one I cannot read at all. I'm very sorry. Okay, from left to right, I have a 10. 9.8, 9.8, 9.4, and 10. We applaud now. All right, at this time, I would like the coaches to line
All right.
back. You guys are going to determine.
So that was a 29.6 for Gretna. Close.
Really awesome. In the meantime, I have some more information. This is a really small mic. I'm going to get this one. It's better. Okay. Everybody loves information, right?
Really great score for them. So
we have lots of people to thank because
there's some
there's
info.
a lot to go on. We have all these people that help us out. We'd like to thank Humanities Nebraska, the Sherwood Foundation, the Cooper Foundation, the Hewitt Foundation, the Whites Family Foundation, Paul and Annette Smith, Nebraska Arts Council, and anybody who puts money in the jars in the back. Okay. And we have more stuff. Where is it? There it is. Okay, more announcements. Have you guys heard of this website? It's called PoetryMenu.com. What? PoetryMenu.com. What? P-O-E-TAR. Oh my God, let me try that again. I practiced it, I promise. PoetryMenu.com. Oh! It's the best. It has all sorts of information, stuff going on locally, stuff you want to go to, especially if you need to go somewhere else. They're just like, I got so excited at this thing, I need to go see more. You can find it right there. PoetryMenu.com. Got it? It should be in your head now. Okay? Okay. More things. We have more bouts? What? They go on all the time? What? When's the next one? Sunday? It's in here. Sunday at UNO, we will have some at 2 and some at 4. You should go. Bring your friends, tell your family, tell your neighbor, tell the dog. You don't know. They did that 101 Dalmatians. They might talk to each other. So go to those. Let's see. You can donate. You can donate at anywriters.org. What? Anywriters.org. What? That is NEWRITERS.org. Oh! Or at the door in those jars. They're cute, like fish out or money. There's other ways. You can buy shirts. Oh my gosh, what? See those lovely ladies? One of them dancing. Oh, 2 dancing. Dance. Those where the shirts are. There's lots of different colors and sizes. We have $10 for students. What? We even have ones from last year that are like $5. Oh my gosh. Anybody else? $15. And we have tumblers this year. Woo! Everybody likes cups. More people think. This lovely Mr. Sir right here, Brent, on the DJ Mix Master, making me sound good, right? Go good. Now a little bit more about me. I'm an intern. It's pretty cool. I feel like really adult saying that right now. There's a few of us. There's Eric over here. I got Katie and Rachel in the back in new t-shirts. There's more. We decided not to come tonight, whatever, they're busy. But we work with UNL, and we kind of write about you guys. What? We have your secrets on the internet. It's really awesome. It's called ltabgreatplains.wordpress.com. What? ltabgreatplains.wordpress.com. What? LTAB, this is really long. GREATPLAINS.wordpress.com. Oh! school, and I found out something cool about her. I'm gonna write about it. We have all sorts of, we put like prompts up to help you guys out. We put pictures up with your information. Sometimes it's really cool though. You should go to it, check it out. We'll also talk about like things coming up you might want to go check out. Do we have an order at this point? Katie. Do we have an order? Oh, just kidding. Everybody go to the bathroom now. Break. Even if you don't have to go, you might. Come here. Woo! Make me feel good.
If you call her Southern Africa, nobody knows. She will say, I'm ready. 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 Lady, I must have come. Lady, I must have. Lady, I must have. She will say, I'm ready.
Want us to back it up, should I bring it out? See them tell us that patience is the way on 40 acres. People of the world abused by folklore. Black bodies are by the side supply stores. Lady to lady, I understand for sure. Minds ignored, but won't see to explore.
She gon' say she's equal to man. She gon' say she's a power man. She gon' say anything man to herself she can do. She gon' say she's a power man.
Spread them out. You write the story and you get a mind coach them out. Play the back, break your back, inside the cash cat. Turn around, get you more than your ass now. Wait a minute, keep it home, get the shit down. Back home, now, we'll see the full sound. Black girl, gonna see when the woman found. Leaving on the next one, now across town. See the top of the Bout style. Follow wounds, these are wounds under deep south. Can't watch it out, shit is real, conjure rebound. Put us on our knees, make us scream to clean it down. Keep it real, if you afraid, we'll speak loud. When we scream, we see the ghost in the haunted house. Simmer down, it's the black, can't reach out. And the story, we gon' prevent the clock back.
This is a 2-minute warning, a 2-minute warning. If you know you have friends in the restroom or something, you might let them know. 2 minutes.
I gotta grab my.
All right. Before we start this final round, let me do a quick mic check. So this is what this microphone sounds like far away. This is what this microphone sounds like close up. This is what this microphone sounds like far away. This is what this microphone sounds like close up. This is what this microphone sounds like far away. This is what this microphone sounds like close up.
And this is what this microphone sounds like far away. And this is what this microphone sounds like close up. Are you so excited for your fifth round? That's kind of what I thought. Excellent. Yeah, you're like, all right, I'll cheer. She told me to cheer. I mean, whatever. My hands are up in the air. Right. I see that phone. I see it. Doesn't even know that I see it. That's right. All right, so we have 3 teams with group pieces for this 5th round in the following order. First, we will hear from Ralston. Then we will hear from Omaha North. And finally, we will hear from Gretna. Are you ready? I too am ready. Now let's welcome up the group piece from Ralston. You go here. I take that one. Oh, sorry.
Oh, hi, I'm Angelica.
I'm Emily. And I'm Jillian. Horror, an intense feeling of fear, shock, and disgust. Growing up, we were afraid of the laundry balls on the floor. They were demons from hell, and the windows were portals to outside dimensions. Growing up, we were children filled with paranoia. There was always something behind us. Once we hit 12 or 13, adrenaline became what we wanted to watch, listen, and read. Something to make you stop dreaming, stop sleeping for days. We found this creepy pasta.
Stare at everything and nothing all at once.
I have an expressionless face shadowing you in your dreams.
I have a smile so nauseating it will make you sick for an eternity.
I am dressed up to show my respect for a night you all will never forget.
I have a face so misplaced it will never crawl away from your brain.
I have a pale, hollow.
I am the fear, I am the thoughts that will haunt you while you're in your bed. Though our past may be sad, our new forms will send you screaming, running, and most of all, hiding.
Jeff is my name, an innocent name, or so you think.
Stop, look.
Here I am. A laugh so low and calm it sends shivers down your spine.
Stop, look.
There I am, watching you waste away your precious time while contemplating what I should do.
Stop, wait.
I'm gone. Should you be relieved or terrified? A tiny creak, a small breath maybe. Do you listen or do you dare ignore?
Stop, wait, look up.
Don't be afraid. Open your eyes. It's time to play.
My name is Slender, as simple as it may seem. Menacing to the core, it leaks into your dreams, alone in the woods, until you turn around and scream. Then you see me, an ominous cabin in the woods you stumble upon.
Is anyone there?
Creaky stairs you'll climb.
Hello?
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 I've got you in my trap and you can't get away. You're under my command. Come, little child, it's time to play.
As these legends still linger in your thoughts, you have to ask yourself, is any of this real?
All right, that is one of the most unique group pieces, capitalizing on the internet trend of creepypasta. Look it up if you want to. Maybe not if you want to have sweet dreams tonight. But yeah, never heard a piece like that before. Really cool.
3, 2, 1, put them up, put them up. All right, what's up to right? I have an 8, an 8.8, an 8.7, a 9.1, and an 8.7. Give it up for the poets. Keep it going. Here's the group piece from Omaha North.
All right, that is Ralston's group piece. Omaha North is up next. Woo!
My name is